traveler to this quiet haven where the day's adventures gently fade into memory. It's time to simply be, to let your thoughts soften and your body relax. Find your most comfortable position now, whether nestled under soft blankets or gently reclined, and allow yourself to settle in completely. Take a slow, gentle breath, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then release it, letting go of any lingering echoes of your day. Another soft breath in, a quiet breath out. With each exhale, feel your muscles releasing their hold, your mind growing calmer. You are safe here. Welcome to simply listen or to drift away whenever sleep calls. This space is just for you. We stand now at the threshold of a place known only as the Wayfarer's Respite, a sanctuary crafted for weary souls and those seeking a moment of quiet reflection. The evening air here is soft and still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old, well-worn wood and a distant hearth fire. Before us, a heavy, ancient oaken door, its dark surface smooth from countless hands passing through, stands ajar just enough to invite a glimpse inside. A warm, flickering glow spills from the opening, painting a gentle amber light upon the nearby cobblestone path, illuminating a few fallen autumn leaves. It promises rest, a quiet pause in a long journey, a place where maps can be folded and quests can wait until morning. The faint, steady sound of a crackling fire can be heard from within, a soft, rhythmic murmur that speaks of deep peace and inviting warmth, a true end to the day's quests. We step closer now, drawn by the gentle invitation toward the soft light and the promise of stillness. The soft light spills from an open doorway, painting a warm rectangle on the cool flagstones outside. As we drift through, a gentle wave of warmth envelops you, a welcome embrace after the quiet journey. The air inside carries the faint, comforting scent of aged wood and a distant, sweet herbal tea. It is a chamber of peace, perhaps a well-tended save room from a long-forgotten quest, or simply a traveler's inn at the edge of a peaceful realm. Its common room now empty and quiet, awaiting only the sunrise. Before you, a grand stone hearth glows with a steady ruby-red ember. No dancing flames, no crackling urgency, just the deep, reassuring warmth of cooling coals, casting long, soft shadows that stretch and sway like sleeping giants. Above the hearth, a mantle carved with ancient, soothing patterns holds a single, unlit candle, its wick patiently awaiting its turn. To one side, a heavy, velvet-draped armchair, plump and inviting, faces the dying embers. Its cushions seem to sigh with the comfort of countless travelers who have rested there, their journeys paused for a moment of quiet reflection. A low, polished wooden table stands nearby, bearing only a forgotten, half-empty mug, perhaps with the last sips of chamomile, and a beautifully bound, leather-covered journal. Its pages are closed, its stories resting, just as you may now rest. The only sound is the almost imperceptible hiss of the cooling embers, a gentle, timeless whisper in the still air. The glow from the hearth is the dominant light, soft and constant, inviting your eyes to grow heavy, your thoughts to quiet, and your body to completely let go. This space holds no demands, only the profound peace of a journey's end, and a quiet, waiting comfort. Air in this quiet chamber carries the faint, comforting scent of aged wood and a distant, gentle hearth fire. One might notice the soft glow emanating from a small stone fireplace against one wall. Its embers, a warm, rhythmic pulse of orange and red. Each tiny flame dances with a slow, hypnotic grace, casting long, wavering shadows that stretch and shrink across the polished floorboards. Crackling fire sound effect a heavy, woven rug, patterned with muted, earthy tones, softens the space before the hearth, inviting one to simply gaze into the comforting warmth. The quiet sound of the fire's gentle crackle is the only interruption to the stillness, a lullaby of warmth and rest. There's no need to move, only to observe the tranquil dance of light and shadow, feeling the soft warmth radiating outwards, seeping into every part of you. Beyond the immediate embrace of the firelight, the room settles into deeper, velvety dimness, a perfect sanctuary where time seems to slow, where worries dissipate like smoke. Perhaps a tall, leaded glass window, curtained with thick, dark fabric, stands silently across the room, its presence hinting at the world outside, yet keeping it gently at bay. From within these sturdy, secure walls, one might discern the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of the night wind, a gentle sigh against the panes. It's a subtle confirmation of your safety and stillness within this peaceful haven, a tranquil space designed for pure, unburdened rest. Just relax and let the quiet embrace you fully as sleep draws ever closer, building upon the feeling of safety and stillness. Your senses begin to gently expand within this tranquil haven. The soft glow from a nearby enchanted lantern casts long, dancing shadows across the polished wooden floor, revealing patterns in its grain like ancient, forgotten maps. A faint, almost imperceptible hum resonates through the air, a quiet assurance of the magical wards that guard this peaceful sanctuary. Keeping all disturbances at bay, you notice the gentle scent of old parchment and dried herbs, mingling with a hint of warm, spiced tea, as if someone has just left a comforting brew to cool. This is a place where time itself seems to slow, where the hurried footsteps of the world outside fade into a distant whisper, allowing only the softest lullabies of peace to reach you. The faint crackle of a distant, unseen hearth adds to the quiet symphony of calm, a subtle reminder of enduring warmth. Every detail here, from the smooth, cool surface of a stone sill to the rich, soft texture of a tapestry depicting a serene landscape, invites a deeper relaxation, a quiet surrender to the gentle flow of this moment. You are simply observing, allowing the world to gently unfold around you, inviting deeper slumber. The serene landscape, softly illuminated by an unseen, gentle light, seems to whisper of paths untraveled, yet always welcoming. A faint, almost imperceptible trail begins to emerge from the soft undergrowth, winding gently upward. It's not a path of urgency, but one of slow discovery, leading you deeper into the quiet heart of this peaceful realm. With each soft step, the air grows subtly warmer, carrying with it the faintest hint of old wood and perhaps a distant, comforting hearth. The path narrows slightly, guiding you past ancient, moss-covered stones that stand like silent sentinels, bearing witness to countless quiet nights. Up ahead, a soft, golden glow begins to materialize, painting the tips of the distant trees with a warm, inviting hue. It is the kind of light that promises shelter and a quiet respite from any journey. This gentle radiance flows from the windows of a small, venerable inn nestled comfortably amongst the sheltering boughs. Its timbered walls, worn smooth by seasons long past, exude an air of timeless tranquility. A wisp of smoke curls lazily from a stone chimney, disappearing into the vast, calm expanse of the evening sky. Inside, the soft light dances, illuminating the quiet corners of a cozy common room. There, an old, well-loved armchair sits beside a low, crackling fireplace, its flames casting dancing shadows upon shelves filled with ancient, leather-bound books. A half-finished game of strategy, perhaps, lies untouched on a small, polished wooden table, waiting patiently for morning. The only sound is the gentle, steady purr of the fire, a lullaby for the weary. The gentle, steady purr of the fire continues its lullaby, a comforting companion in the quiet common room. The warmth from its hearth reaches out, chasing away any lingering chill from the world outside, creating a soft, glowing pocket of peace. Your gaze might drift from the untouched strategy game across the polished wood and settle upon the worn but sturdy armchairs arranged near a tall, arched window. Beyond the window, a sliver of moonlight paints the very edges of the world in soft silver, hinting at the vast, sleeping landscape. But here, within these walls, only the fire's light truly holds sway, casting long, dancing shadows that stretch and recede like quiet breath. A sense of timelessness settles in, as if the inn itself is holding its breath, inviting you to simply be. On a nearby shelf, illuminated by this gentle glow, stands a collection of ancient-looking tomes. Their bindings are thick, some leather, some perhaps woven cloth, their titles faded into an illegible whisper of past adventures. They stand sentinel guardians of forgotten tales, awaiting a morning when curious hands might once again turn their brittle pages. A small, unlit lantern hangs beside them, its frosted glass perhaps once holding a light that rivaled the fire, but now content to reflect it softly. The air carries the faint, sweet scent of wood smoke and something else, a whisper of dried herbs perhaps, or the ghost of warm bread from earlier in the day. Each detail here, from the quiet dignity of the old books to the dancing shadows on the wall, contributes to a profound sense of safety and calm. The world outside, with all its quests and challenges, feels distant, replaced by the simple, profound peace of this moment, allowing your thoughts to slow and your body to relax further into stillness. The quiet hum of the room now cradles your fading thoughts, a gentle cocoon against the world. A soft, amber glow emanates from a nearby lantern, its light casting long, tender shadows that dance slowly with the shifting warmth in the air. You might notice the dust motes, tiny specks of light, performing their silent, ancient ballet in the golden beams, a mesmerizing, slow motion display. Through a small, leaded glass window, the night outside is a tapestry of deep indigo, dotted with the faint, unwavering pinpricks of distant stars. No grand, heroic constellations are sharply visible from this cozy vantage point. Just the quiet, vast promise of an infinite sky, stretching on forever. A gentle breeze, almost imperceptible, whispers against the glass, a soft, sighing lullaby from the world beyond these sturdy walls. Inside, the rustic wooden beams overhead seem to hold centuries of quiet stories, each knot and grain a testament to time moving slowly, patiently, without rush. The air is still and warm, carrying only the faintest, most comforting scent of old parchment and warm hearth embers, a gentle, earthy mix that settles deep within your senses. This space is a true haven, a place where time itself seems to slow to a whisper, where every soft creak of the floorboards and every distant murmur of the night outside only deepens the profound sense of peace. You are simply here, held safe and sound within these protective walls, as the gentle rhythm of the night continues its slow, steady descent, inviting you deeper into rest. Let the quiet stillness of this moment wrap around you, a soft blanket of calm, as your mind drifts gently, peacefully, away from the day. As the soft blanket of calm settles deeper around you, your journey continues, guided by the whisper of ancient lore. Imagine now a secluded alcove within the grand, quiet halls. Not a busy thoroughfare, but a hidden study, where time itself seems to slow, held captive by the gentle dust motes dancing in the faint, diffused light. Here, the air is still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old parchment and polished, dark wood. A single, low-burning lantern, perhaps fashioned from darkened iron with intricate filigree, casts a warm, golden glow across a heavy, carved table. Upon its surface, scattered thoughtfully, are aged scrolls, their edges softened by centuries, unfurled to pages filled with elegant, faded script. Beside them, a small, intricate hourglass rests, its fine, silvery sands barely moving, marking the passage of time with silent, steady grace, each grain a soft, almost inaudible whisper. The walls of this quiet alcove are lined not with common shelves, but with deep, carved niches, each holding a singular, treasured artifact. Perhaps a small, smooth stone, pulsing with a faint, internal light, like a sleeping ember, or a polished wooden orb, etched with symbols too ancient to decipher, hinting at forgotten constellations. These are not grand displays, but quiet keepers of forgotten tales, each radiating a gentle, almost imperceptible warmth that seems to hum softly in the air. The soft, buttery light from the lantern gently illuminates a tapestry hanging on the far wall, depicting a serene landscape under a twin moon sky, its colors muted but rich, as if woven from dreams. All is quiet here, a sanctuary of ancient knowledge, where even the shadows seem to hold their breath, waiting for you to drift deeper into slumber. The muted, rich colors of the tapestries truly absorb all sound, creating a perfect hush in this ancient mountain library, a sanctuary where peace reigns supreme. Your gaze might drift from the intricate patterns, perhaps depicting old constellations or forgotten symbols, to a nearby alcove, a quiet retreat within this vast hall. Here, a sturdy, dark wood table stands, its surface smooth and cool, worn by the gentle friction of countless hands turning pages over centuries. A single, unlit oil lamp rests upon its polished surface, a small, quiet sentinel, its brass cool to the touch if you were to reach out. Beside it, a stack of leather-bound tomes, their spines faded to soft browns and muted greens, hint at stories untold, awaiting a curious mind. Each volume seems to hum with the quiet energy of its contents. The air in this corner is still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old paper, a hint of beeswax, and the distant, clean chill of the mountain air. Dust motes dance lazily in the soft light that filters through a high, narrow window, revealing just a sliver of the distant, snow-capped peaks. Soft, distant wind, this view is a quiet promise, a gentle reminder of the vast world beyond these walls, yet perfectly contained within this cozy haven of knowledge. You are safe here, nestled amidst the wisdom of ages, where the only expectation is quiet contemplation and peaceful rest. The hushed whispers of history linger all around, inviting you to simply be, to let the gentle current of time carry you deeper into peaceful sleep. As the shadows lengthen softly across the polished floor, as the shadows stretch, they deepen the rich, earthy tones of the immense wooden shelves that reach towards the high, vaulted ceiling. These towering structures, crafted by artisans long past, cradle countless tomes, their spines worn smooth by centuries of quiet reverence. Some books are bound in dark, rich leather, others in faded linen, each holding stories and forgotten knowledge within their quiet, patient pages. A soft, dust-mottled light now filters through a distant, tall archway, painting gentle streaks across the polished floor, and illuminating motes of dust dancing lazily in the air, like tiny, slow-moving stars. The air itself feels ancient and still, a gentle current carrying the scent of aged paper and dry parchment, a comforting aroma that has settled deep into the very stones of this place. Your gaze might drift to a secluded corner where a heavy, velvet-cushioned armchair sits, inviting and still, its plush fabric showing the subtle indentations of countless hours spent in quiet thought. Beside it, a small, polished table holds a single, half-read scroll, its edges slightly frayed, hinting at a long-ago reader who perhaps paused their journey through ancient texts, just as you are now pausing in this moment. The silence here is not empty, but full, a harmonious hum of untold tales, of quiet contemplation, of moments preserved across generations. It wraps around you like a soft, woven cloak, a gentle guardian. This sanctuary of wisdom, vast and serene, continues its timeless vigil, offering a haven where every soft creak of the ancient wood, every subtle whisper of the wind outside through the distant archway, only deepens the profound peace within. You are simply a part of its enduring calm, a quiet observer in its gentle, slow turning of time, allowing yourself to drift. That profound peace, a gentle current, carries you further now, deeper into the heart of this timeless sanctuary. The soft, ambient hum, almost imperceptible before, now feels like the quiet breathing of the ancient structure itself, a lullaby of slow-turning gears and settled dust. Your gaze might follow the gentle curve of a grand, arching corridor that seems to stretch into a soft, inviting distance. Along its length, intricate carvings whisper tales of ages past, their details softened by the diffused glow emanating from unseen sources, perhaps crystalline lanterns nestled high above, or light filtering through stained glass panels that depict constellations long forgotten. The polished stone floor beneath you, cool and smooth, reflects this gentle light like a still, dark pool, mirroring the silent grandeur of the space. No rush, no urgency, just the quiet passage of time and the serene unfolding of this magnificent, silent testament to history. Each step is unhurried, a mere suggestion of movement, allowing you to absorb the deep quietude, the profound sense of belonging to this ancient, restful rhythm. The air itself feels old and clean, carrying the faintest scent of parchment and stone, a comforting aroma of forgotten lore. You are simply observing, drifting, letting the gentle architecture guide your peaceful journey through this haven of dreams. Its timeless beauty wrapping around you like a soft, warm cloak, inviting you to simply be. Soft light, filtered through unseen openings high above, paints the ancient stone walls in hues of warm gold and muted silver. Each archway, each carved pillar, seems to hum with a quiet history, not a loud story, but a gentle echo of forgotten days. You find yourself drifting deeper into these hallowed spaces, where the air itself feels calm and still, carrying a faint scent of old wood and something subtly sweet, like distant night-blooming jasmine. Your steps, if you were walking, would be muffled by the deep silence. But here, in this state of peaceful observation, there is only the feeling of floating effortlessly. The very essence of this place invites repose, its vastness not overwhelming, but comforting, like a grand, silent guardian watching over a slumbering world. You notice the subtle play of shadows, long and soft, stretching across the polished floors, shifting almost imperceptibly as the unseen light source moves. It's a dance of tranquility, a visual lullaby woven into the fabric of this enduring sanctuary. Perhaps you glimpse a quiet alcove where a single unlit lantern hangs, waiting patiently, or a smooth, worn bench carved into the stone, inviting rest. The air here is cool, yet not cold, a refreshing softness that soothes your skin and calms your breath. Every detail, from the grand sweeping curves of the ceiling to the subtle grain in the stone beneath your gaze, speaks of enduring peace, a silent promise of undisturbed serenity, urging your mind to quiet, your thoughts to soften, allowing you to settle deeper into the quietude. The quiet strength you feel from the stone, still humming faintly beneath your gaze, extends outwards, touching the aged walls around you. These are not merely walls of rock and mortar, but the very foundation of this mountain library, carved and shaped by patient hands long ago. You can sense the history held within each carefully placed block, the silent stories they have witnessed through countless seasons. The air here is still, ancient, carrying the faint, almost imperceptible scent of old parchment and cool stone. Perhaps, if you listen closely, you might catch the ghost of a distant whisper, or the soft rustle of a page being turned in some far-off alcove, a sound that quickly fades into the embracing silence. Dust motes, tiny dancing specks of light, drift lazily in the gentle, diffused glow that filters through what must be high, narrow windows, unseen but felt. They create a slow, hypnotic ballet, a reminder that even in stillness, there is gentle movement, a soft current of time passing without haste. This corner of the library feels like a forgotten pocket of calm, a place where the world outside pauses its hurried pace, allowing everything within to simply be asterisk. The rough-hewn stone floor beneath you is cool and solid, grounding you further, inviting you to release any lingering tensions, to allow your own being to settle into this deep, profound quietude. The cool, rough-hewn stone floor supports you completely, a gentle anchor in this vast, quiet space. Slowly, your gaze drifts upwards, tracing the intricate patterns of the shelves that rise like ancient, silent sentinels towards the distant, vaulted ceiling. These are not just simple wooden structures. They are crafted from dark, polished woods, perhaps ebony or petrified oak, each grain telling tales of countless seasons. Along the edges of some shelves, faint, shimmering inlays catch your eye, delicate serpentine patterns that swirl and intertwine like the graceful coils of a sleeping dragon. They hint at the sapphire serpent, not with overt display, but with a subtle, almost secret beauty, a whisper of the library's namesake woven into its very architecture. These patterns sometimes glitter with a soft, deep blue, like captured starlight within sapphire dust. The books themselves are a silent, comforting presence. Row upon row, volume after volume, bound in leather, parchment, and even polished metal, each one a guardian of forgotten knowledge. Their spines bear titles in scripts both familiar and arcane, some faded by the passage of ages, others still sharp and clear. Yet, no sound emanates from them, only a profound sense of peace, a shared quietude that settles over everything. A soft, ambient glow pervades this section of the library, not from obvious lamps, but from a diffused, almost ethereal source. It bathes the ancient texts in a warm, inviting light, highlighting the dust motes that dance lazily in the air, tiny, sparkling specks of history, suspended in time. This gentle illumination ensures every corner is visible, yet nothing feels stark or harsh. It's a light that encourages introspection, a slow, unhurried exploration. You feel a deep, abiding sense of safety here, surrounded by the wisdom of ages, cradled in silence. The soft, diffused light continues to wash over the towering shelves, each one a silent guardian of stories untold and knowledge preserved. Dust motes dance lazily in the gentle beams, like tiny, forgotten stars in an indoor cosmos. The air itself feels ancient, a blend of dried parchment, old wood, and the faint, sweet scent of mountain herbs carried in on a subtle, filtered breeze. It's a comforting aroma, grounding and peaceful. Your gaze might drift along the countless spines, seeing titles written in elegant, unfamiliar scripts, or perhaps simple symbols that hint at their esoteric contents. There are books bound in polished, dark leather, others in rough, woven cloth, and some in materials that defy easy identification, perhaps thin sheets of polished stone or smoothed, aged metal. Each volume holds a lifetime, or many lifetimes, within its delicate pages. Yet, there's no pressure to read, no urgent need to absorb it all. It's simply enough to exist within this vast, quiet archive, letting the presence of so much accumulated wisdom wash over you. A faint, almost imperceptible hum resonates through the very structure of the library, a soft echo of the mountain itself. It's not a sound that breaks the profound silence, but rather deepens it, like the distant thrum of deep earth. This subtle vibration, along with the consistent, cool, crisp air, creates an atmosphere of perfect preservation. You might imagine the mountain breathing gently around the sanctuary, holding it safe from the world outside, allowing its myriad secrets to slumber undisturbed. The sheer permanence of this place, its quiet, steadfast endurance, wraps around you like a warm, thick blanket, inviting a deeper sense of rest and profound peace. The sheer permanence of this place, its quiet, steadfast endurance, wraps around you like a warm, thick blanket, inviting a deeper sense of rest and profound peace. The ancient shelves, carved from a wood that seems to absorb all sound, stand like silent sentinels, holding untold stories within their carefully bound volumes. Each book, a world unto itself, now rests in quiet communion with its neighbors, their paper skins and leather spines softened by the passage of countless ages. A gentle, almost imperceptible hum seems to emanate from the very walls, a subtle vibration of accumulated knowledge settling into the bedrock of the mountain. It's not a sound that startles, but rather one that reassures, a soft lullaby sung by the immense collection itself. Your gaze might drift across the rows, past the glimmer of faint lamplight reflecting off a golden-tooled title or the dark, rich texture of an antique binding. There's no urgency here, no need to decipher or comprehend, only to observe and let the quiet presence wash over you. Perhaps your eyes settle on a tall, narrow window set deep into the mountain rock, revealing a sliver of the tranquil night sky outside. Distant stars, pinpricks of soft light, peek through the darkness, mirroring the countless sparks of wisdom nestled within the library's embrace. A faint, cool breeze, purified by its journey through stone and pine, occasionally whispers past the window, carrying with it the scent of ancient parchment and crisp mountain air. It's a space where time feels less like a river and more like a vast, still lake, reflecting the quiet majesty of eternity. The library breathes slowly, deeply, a living heart at the core of the sleeping mountain. From the vastness of the central hall, a subtle, winding passage beckons, illuminated by the soft, steady glow of enchanted orbs set into the very rock. This path leads deeper into an older wing, where the air grows a touch cooler, carrying the fainter, sweeter scent of aged parchment and dry mountain herbs. Here, the towering shelves are not merely filled with books, but with ancient scrolls, carefully rolled and tied with silk ribbons, resting in shallow, carved alcoves. Each scroll appears to hold immense weight, not of paper, but of forgotten wisdom. Some are contained within polished wooden chests, intricately lacquered with symbols that hint at forgotten histories, their surfaces smooth and cool to the touch. The walls in this section reveal more of the mountain's natural form, with veins of quartz and mica glittering faintly under the soft, diffused light, like distant, sleeping stars embedded in the heart of the stone. A quiet hush deepens here, as if the very scrolls hold their breath, safeguarding their silent tales. Dust motes dance lazily in the gentle beams, swirling in miniature galaxies before settling softly on the ancient texts, undisturbed for centuries. There is a sense of profound stillness, a deep calm that permeates every fiber of this place, inviting you to simply be. One might imagine the faint, almost imperceptible whisper of distant winds circulating through the mountain's unseen passages, a slow, steady breath that serves as a lullaby for the sleeping knowledge held within these hallowed walls. This deep, quiet part of the library feels like a secret chamber, a repository of time itself, undisturbed and peaceful. This deep, quiet part of the library feels like a secret chamber, a repository of time itself, undisturbed and peaceful. Here, the air carries the faint, comforting scent of aged parchment and a whisper of forgotten ink. Rows upon rows of tightly bound tomes, some with intricate, faded symbols etched onto their leather covers, line the towering shelves. These are not merely books, but silent witnesses to epochs long past, each one a universe of stories waiting patiently for a gentle gaze. You notice a section dedicated to ancient cartography, where rolled maps, carefully secured with silken ribbons, rest in wooden cubbies. Their edges are softened by time, hinting at journeys across forgotten peaks and through valleys now overgrown. Some depict constellations that have shifted ever so slightly in the night sky, or coastlines that have long since changed their embrace with the restless ocean. The muted light from the distant, high windows seems to settle on these ancient documents, giving them a soft, internal glow that speaks of their enduring wisdom. The silence here is profound, broken only by the almost imperceptible settling of dust motes in the light, like tiny, dancing spirits. It's a silence that encourages a deep breath, a letting go. You feel cradled by the weight of history, by the quiet hum of knowledge that doesn't demand attention but simply exists, offering a sense of deep, comforting stability. This hidden heart of the mountain library holds its secrets close, offering only peace to those who wander its hushed corridors. The hushed corridors of this hidden heart seem to breathe with an ancient, quiet rhythm. The air here is profoundly still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of aged parchment and cool stone, a fragrance that has settled over centuries, becoming part of the very atmosphere. Above, a soft, ethereal glow filters down from somewhere unseen, perhaps through a high, frosted window, or from subtle, self-illuminating crystals embedded within the vaulted ceiling. It casts gentle patterns of light and shadow across the tall, dark wood shelves that line every available surface, stretching upwards into the soft gloom. Dust motes, like tiny, forgotten stars, dance slowly in these tranquil shafts of light, suspended in the timeless calm that permeates this space. Each shelf holds countless volumes, bound in leather and cloth, some so old their titles are worn smooth, their spines softened by the passage of countless quiet years. You might notice one particular section, slightly recessed, where the books appear even more ancient, their covers thicker, their clasps perhaps made of tarnished bronze or intricately carved wood. These are the elder tomes, holding secrets whispered across epochs. Here, the weight of knowledge is not a burden, but a gentle, reassuring presence. It's a place where time seems to slow, almost to a standstill, allowing for a deep, tranquil quietude to settle within you. The only sound is the almost imperceptible whisper of the air, moving ever so gently through endless aisles, a silent guardian of forgotten tales and ancient wisdom. This part of the library feels like the very core of its being, a sanctuary of stillness where stories rest, waiting patiently, undisturbed by the world outside. You can almost feel the stories slumbering within their pages, a soft hum of unread narratives. This deep, quiet corner of the mountain library offers only peace, an unhurried sense of belonging in a world of silent, profound knowledge. The mountain library's deep, quiet corner still holds the soft hum of unread narratives. This profound, unhurried sense of belonging remains, a gentle anchor in a world of silent knowledge. The last lingering rays of the day, once filtering through the high arched windows, now soften even further, painting the distant shelves in shades of deep violet and twilight blue. The gentle glow from a single, quiet lantern on a nearby table casts long, dancing shadows, turning the vast expanse of books into silent sentinels of dreams. The air here is perfectly still, carrying only the faintest scent of aged paper and distant, cool stone. You might imagine the soft flutter of a page turning by an unseen hand, or the quiet rustle of an ancient scroll being carefully re-rolled. But these are just whispers of thought, not actual sounds. The world outside, with its concerns and its demands, feels wonderfully distant, a faint echo that cannot reach this sanctuary. Nestle deeper into your comfortable spot, perhaps a plush armchair by a window overlooking the quiet, starlit peaks. You feel a deep relaxation settling over you. The warmth of the library, the quiet companionship of countless stories, wraps around you like a soft, familiar cloak. Your breathing slows, becoming deeper, more even, like the gentle, consistent rhythm of time, passing peacefully within these walls. Allow your eyes to drift closed, if they haven't already. The mountain library, with its endless wisdom and its profound stillness, will continue its quiet vigil through the night. Its stories will wait patiently, held safe within their covers, ready for another day. For now, there is only this quiet, this peace, this deep, soft permission to simply let go. Allow yourself to sink further into this comfort, into the peaceful quiet, and drift gently towards the calm, welcoming embrace of sleep. All is well here. All is quiet.